What's for Beats mit Favorite Records. Zu Gast John Niven. So you have to say your 3 favorite records.
Oh God, albums or singles? Albums. My 3 favorite albums of all time.
Or should we start with singles?
Albums are good. We can go with albums. I'd probably say from my 3 favorite albums of all time. If I kind of went from the 60s, it would probably be Dylan's Blonde and Blonde. And then the 70s in the UK would be the Clash's London Calling, which was 79. And the 80s, my favourite record from the 1980s, would probably be The Queen is Dead by the Smiths. So Dylan to the Clash to the Smiths.
So what's up with the 90s?
Well, if we're going to go to the 90s, God, what was the best record of the 90s? Like a lot of English people of my age, I got a soft spot for Definitely Maybe by Oasis. That said, I haven't listened to it in a long time. I'm not sure how well it'll have aged. Yeah, we'll say that one.
Okay, and what's up with now? The last 2 years?
What have I been listening to recently? Well, that's the thing. I'm quite an old man now, so I've got quite a lot of records that I don't hear probably anything like as much new music as I should. That said, there's a band called Toy in England just now, who a friend of mine has signed to a very good, very exciting sort of rock and roll band.
And what's up with the European music now? You can arrange with it? This dance style, all this shit?
Well, I used to, back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s, I went to a lot of sort of, I was your man for a rave night then. But, I think it'd be a bit terrifying to see me in a nightclub now. Certainly the way I used to go to nightclubs 20 years ago.
And there's any record you say, oh man, I had that one? You can start in the 60s again, if you like.
My most hated record from each decade. I think getting really angry about music is quite a young person's vice. When you're a teenager, you're really into punk rock and you hate this kind of music and that kind of music. As you get older, I think it's a bit more dignified. You tend to just say, well, I don't really like that. That's not for me, but...
Say it there. Which one you don't like? Don't run around that one. Say something.
There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't really choose to listen to. Whether it was, the Justin Bieber, all that kind of music is, or the Jonas Brothers, all that kind of. It's not for me.
What about Coldplay? XY?
Well, I don't hate Coldplay. It's just, I keep getting asked this. If you're going to sign a band, you have to absolutely love them,
Yeah.
And I certainly didn't. I mean, I wouldn't go berserk if I hear Coldplay on the radio thing. Yeah. Apart from thinking about all the money I could have made.
Ja. Sehr schön. Das war Favorite Records mit John Niven. Und ja, schreibt mal eure Meinung, was ihr denkt. Vor allem auch über Coldplay. Und natürlich, welche Alben ihr hört.
Like soldiers to school.